Hi everyone, my name is Amber Bacardi and I've played over 500 hours of Animal Crossing New Horizons in 5 months. So I got the game on March 28th and since then it has consumed every waking moment of my life. So for that reason I chose my Switch Lite to be one of the objects because it represents one of my hobbies, playing video games obviously, but on a deeper level it also represents the perfectionist side of me because when you play Animal Crossing you get to control pretty much everything when you're creating your own island. And my second object is a picture of my cousin. She's very young in this photo, but she's my best friend and she's taught me a lot of lessons, one of which being to let go of perfection and to just be satisfied with doing my best. So in regards to video games, I've dabbled in certain RPG games, but I usually just come back to playing Animal Crossing and Minecraft. Those are my favorites. But I particularly love Animal Crossing New Horizons because it's a creative outlet for me, and like I said before, it's an opportunity to control my own little world, or in this case, an island. In Animal Crossing, you can control everything from where you place your villagers' houses, to where you move certain structures like the campsite or the museum, and even later in the game you can unlock the ability to terraform, which is where you can create rivers and cliffs in an instant. So because of this, I've come to the conclusion that control is really important to me because of how much I played this game and how much control is involved in shaping your island. Eventually it got to the point where I would start to dread playing the game because I get so overwhelmed with all of things and ideas I had to do and the ideas I had, and I would spend hours on a project or a certain area of my island and the next day tear it up and start from scratch. I was trying to make everything perfect, but I was never satisfied with my progress, and I think that's true for other areas of my life because anytime I have tried to act perfect in a scenario, it has always come to backfire for me, specifically in regards to my mental health usually. And then although the game seems harmless, it has become somewhat of an obsession for me, and it has really showed me that I can be somewhat of a control freak sometimes. But the good news is the relationship I have with my cousin has helped me to curb my perfectionist tendencies, and she encourages me to just do my best, and that is enough. So my cousin is my best friend and a role model for me. I am who I am today because of her. She has a bachelor's degree in psychology, which has come in handy since she's a great listener and she gives good advice about mental health, which I have struggled with for quite some time. Most importantly, she has taught me that it is okay to make mistakes and to prioritize my well-being over all the other responsibilities I have. Self-care is not selfish. Also, knowing that she will love me unconditionally even if I make mistakes has helped me to overcome my fear of not being perfect. Nowadays, I don't play Animal Crossing as much because I don't have the time really, but I also like to think it's because I'm not as desperate for control as I once was. And partly that is thanks to the lessons I have learned from my cousin. Additionally, I'm less afraid to make mistakes. I want to learn from them and make the best of this circumstance and roll with the punches. So now that I don't play Animal Crossing as much, I spend my free time watching copious amounts of Bob Ross videos, and his mantra, you may have heard it before, we don't make mistakes, we just make happy accidents, really hits home for me. I want to continue to make my mistakes into happy accidents, and I encourage you guys to try that too. Thanks for listening.